There has been a sudden wave of renewed attention surrounding Farrah Fawcett, and fans across social media asking why her name is trending again after so many years. The truth is not tied to any new scandal or hidden secret, but instead to a powerful mix of nostalgia, cultural rediscovery, and ongoing reflection on her life and legacy. Farrah Fawcett remains one of the most iconic figures in Hollywood history, and whenever modern audiences revisit her story, it tends to spark emotional reactions, deep admiration, and renewed curiosity about her life both on and off screen. Farrah Fawcett first became a global sensation in the 1970s through her role in the hit television series Charlie's Angels. Her character, combined with her striking looks and unforgettable hairstyle, turned her into an instant pop culture phenomenon. At the peak of her fame, she was not just a television star but a worldwide fashion icon whose image appeared on posters, magazines, and merchandise everywhere. Many people still remember her famous red swimsuit poster, which became one of the best-selling posters of all time and cemented her status as a cultural legend. However, behind the glamorous image, Farrah's journey in Hollywood was far more complicated than it appeared to fans. As her career evolved, Farrah made a bold decision to step away from purely commercial fame and pursue more serious acting roles. This shift surprised many people at the time because she was already one of the most recognizable stars in the world. She chose to challenge herself creatively, appearing in dramatic television films and stage performances that showcased her emotional depth and acting range. While critics began to take her more seriously as an actress, the transition also came with professional struggles, as Hollywood often had difficulty separating her from her early glamour icon image. In later years, Farrah Fawcett's life became widely discussed again when she publicly battled cancer. Her openness during that time brought a new level of emotional connection with the public. Fans watched her face a deeply personal and painful struggle with courage, vulnerability, and determination. Documentaries and interviews from that period showed a very different side of the actress, one focused not on fame, but on strength, family, and resilience in the face of illness. Her willingness to share parts of her journey made her even more relatable to millions of people around the world. One of the reasons her name continues to resurface today is because of how strongly her story represents both the highs and lows of Hollywood fame. Farrah Fawcett experienced extraordinary success, global recognition, and cultural influence, but she also faced intense pressure, media scrutiny, and personal challenges that came with being in the spotlight for so long. Modern audiences often revisit her story as part of broader discussions about how fame affects mental health, identity, and personal relationships in the entertainment industry. Another factor behind the renewed attention is the rise of documentaries, tribute specials, and archival content that revisit Hollywood legends from past decades. Younger generations who never experienced her peak fame are now discovering her through streaming platforms and online clips. For many of them, it comes as a surprise to learn just how influential she was during her time. Social media has played a major role in bringing her name back into circulation, with fans sharing photos, interviews, and nostalgic memories that keep her legacy alive in digital spaces. People are also drawn to Farrah Fawcett's story because it reflects a timeless human experience, the desire for success, the pressure of public expectation, and the search for meaning beyond fame. Even years after her passing, her journey continues to resonate emotionally with those who admire her work and life story. Discussions about her often focus not just on her beauty or fame, but on her courage, independence, and determination to define herself beyond Hollywood stereotypes. At the center of this renewed conversation is the reality that Farrah Fawcett was more than a celebrity image. She was a complex, talented, and deeply human figure whose life reflected both extraordinary achievement and personal struggle. The shock people are talking about today is not a hidden secret, but rather the powerful reminder of how much impact she continues to have long after her time in the spotlight ended. In the end, the reason everyone is talking about Farrah Fawcett again is simple. Legends never truly disappear. They return whenever people are ready to rediscover them, understand them more deeply, and appreciate the full story behind the fame.